Chris. What can you say at this point? I mean, are you trying to win an award for the worst male to ever be on TV? I mean, the stuff that this guy does is just outrageous. Did you guys see Married at First Sight? This dude meets with his pastor. I'm not sure who the other guy was, but the pastor tells him straight up, you shouldn't get divorced. And you could tell Chris didn't hear what he wanted to hear. He wanted to hear, do what you plan on doing. He was in everything he was saying. You could tell Chris was like, yeah. And he pulled out his cell phone. It was scrolling through his cell phone, and I said, I was like, yeah, he's not trying to hear that. And then he's talking about no disrespect, but something like I'm not listening anymore. I'm not listening to this. And I guess the pastor's thinking, man, you called me. You're on my time. But you can't tell this dude anything. His mind's made up. I guess, when he wants to do something, he does it. And, whoever gets knocked down on his way to whatever he wants to do, he doesn't care 2 cents about. And I told you he's supposed to have a get-together with his ex and Paige. And Paige at first said she had to pray about it. And I'm like, what do you got to pray about? I mean, you see what this dude is. But she said she had to pray about it, decided to meet with Chris and his ex. And his ex shows up. They start talking. His ex sounded surprised that Paige said she was thinking, I might be pregnant. So what would he do if I was pregnant? Would he leave me? She's thinking, I guess she's thinking, well, if he would leave me for you because you're pregnant, what about if I'm pregnant? What's he going to do then? But his ex made it clear that she has no intentions on getting back with Chris. And I guess he's sitting there like, wow, maybe this little get together wasn't a good idea. And at first I thought his ex might have been a little arrogant the way she was laughing and looking at Chris, or I don't know if that's just them laughing because it's scripted. I don't know. But Chris is just sitting there, and then as Paige is talking, he's like, well, if you want to address anything, you address it to me. She's like, I'm talking to her, homie. No. But, he's just nonchalant about it all, letting them two talk. He's like, I didn't bring you guys here for drama. I just wanted to, I guess clear the air. I guess Paige is thinking, I think the air was cleared a long time ago. But like I said, his ex made it clear that she's not trying to get back with him. And she looked shocked when Paige said something about, she thought that she might be pregnant, She just kept looking at Chris like, man, she said to Paige, pregnant by who? Or something like that. And I guess that was Paige letting her know what Chris had done because his ex said that he had mentioned they had been intimate, but I guess he didn't get into the details. So she's staring at Chris, and it's like Paige and his ex. I can't think of his ex's name. Not sure if I ever knew it, but it's like Paige and her are on the same page, and Chris is just sitting there, and he gets up and leaves, like he always does. He seems to run anytime it gets heated. I'm like, how you going to bring them together and you walk out? What kind of stuff is that, man? I don't think he thinks a lot of things through. He just seems to go with however he's feeling at the moment. That's why he keeps giving Paige so many mixed signals. 1 minute he's into her, next minute he's not. I mean, this is not looking good for him. And any future relationships that he might get in, I'm sure the women are going to refer to this show and be like, I don't know if I can trust this dude. What if he just meets somebody else and kicks me to the curb, because he seems to not care. It's like, whatever I feel like doing, that's what I'm going to do, and you just have to pick up the pieces. Poor Paige. It's like Paige and his ex were on the same page. You like that one. I'll give it to you. I'll give you that for free. I won't sell it. But what did you guys think of his actions? Week to week, this dude seems to be looking worse and worse. Is that his goal, to be a villain on TV so he can get his own spinoff Flavor of Love type of show? Start a YouTube channel and build that? I don't know, but it's just crazy to play with somebody. And I saw the preview for next week, and he says, I'm trying to remember what he said to Paige. It looked like they were sitting out somewhere at night on a balcony or something. And he said something, what did this dude say? He said something, and Paige just got up and walked away like, you know what, man? You can kick rocks barefoot on Pebble Beach, man. I mean, how much can she take? She got on the show to be married. She didn't get on the show to be belittled and, talk too crazy and meet with your ex. She didn't get on the show for none of that. And like I said, if this is scripted, that's just pretty cheap. It's too Jerry Springer-ish. And by the way, how is Jerry Springer still on television? I'm like, who watches Jerry Springer? That stuff was played out in the 90s. It's still going? And I thought he's supposed to quit the show. Anyway, that's too Jerry Springer-ish to set up some drama just for ratings. I mean, just let it play out. People love stories. It doesn't always have to be negative for people to watch. People like to see things work out. They really do. If you can't tell that, check out all the people talking to the matchmakers. Like, what were you guys thinking this season? You can see these people are polar. You can see they're polar opposites, Paige and Chris. What about them made you think they would be a good match? Was it careers? What was it based on? What did you guys go by? But I just knew him meeting with his ex and Paige and bringing them together wasn't a good idea. I don't know if he was trying to rub it in Paige's face. He sometimes says, like, I don't know if he likes to be cruel or I don't know. He's a bizarre guy. And I wouldn't be saying anything about the dude, but like I said on a previous video, if you put yourself out there for the public, on TV, don't expect privacy. When you're on TV, people are going to make videos about you and discuss the topic at hand, which is Chris and Paige. And to meet with your ex and your current wife, because you're not divorced yet, what's the end game and all that? And then I guess it backfired because you ended up walking out. So looks like the two ladies were stronger than you. They held their ground and you walked out. How does that make you feel, man? How does it make you feel? Anyway, tell me what you guys think about this dude's actions and if you guys can even stomach the show at this point. I'm actually getting into the Australia Married at First Sight a little more now. The couples are interesting, and I don't know. Chris kind of wears on you after a while, but I can almost guarantee that his stock will not rise in any more of the episodes, no matter what he does at this point, because he's already tainted his name on the show and his reputation. Who's going to even want to work for this dude at his Subway restaurants in Atlanta? Who's going to want to work for a dude like that? What if he just comes in one day and is moody, be like, I'm getting rid of my whole staff. All y'all's out. I'm bringing in new people. And let's meet together first, like I did with Paige and my ex. Let's meet and talk. You going to walk out there too, let somebody take over your Subway? Anyway, this is the J. Roos Theory. Beat down the like button, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to donate to the page, my Cash App is JRoos33. Be fearless. Yay, yay.